Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to Morning Motivation. I'm the New Age entrepreneur, Victor Simmons, and this daily show is about life, entrepreneurship, and marketing. Today's episode is called Have Patience and Engage in Consistent Action. Hello there. TGIF, another Friday. Thanks for being with me. And I hope everyone had a great week. You know, again, this is the week I'm coming off of an event that I went to in Atlanta that just really changed my life. You know, it gave me, the confidence. It gave me, just more energy, passion, and enthusiasm. And then, maybe almost just as importantly, knowledge. They say knowledge is power, but I think knowledge is potential power, because if you don't use the knowledge that you have for whatever you're trying to get, then how is it powerful? It's not, right? You got to use what you've learned. You got to use the knowledge to actually do something with it. And so that's why today's topic is called, you got to have patience and then engage in consistent action. Okay, so you might have learned something new. You might be, knowledgeable about whatever. Okay, I'm going to be real generic here until I, kind of relate it to my life. Whatever you're knowledgeable about, you have to do something with it. You have to engage in consistent action, right? So whatever you've learned, what are you doing with it? You got to put it to use every single day. Right? You got to be taking steps. And what a lot of people, fail with is being consistent, right? If you don't see results right away, you can quit, you can slow down and eventually quit, right? You can come out, be real excited, go at it, full speed, and then all of a sudden you're back to doing the same stuff that you were doing, right? Because you haven't seen the results that you were hoping to see. And that's where patience comes in. You got to have patience, right? You got to engage in consistent action, but then you also have to have patience, right? I mean, think of just nature, what God, the universe has created for us, right? Nothing just happens like that. I mean, from trees growing, from plants growing, right? It takes patience for that to grow. Right? You got to engage in consistent action, whether it's watering and getting the proper sunlight and, oxygen and, nutrition from the ground or whatever. Like a tree doesn't grow overnight, neither does a plant. I mean, I think a garden is a beautiful metaphor, and it's a beautiful practice for people who want to, see how something grows, right? Seeing the steps, right? That's why my wife has taught our daughters about, the importance of having a garden. So, they plant vegetables and, they plant different, seeds to watch certain things grow. And, my daughters had to learn the hard way. It's like, man, why is this plant dying, right? Why is this vegetable not as big as the other ones? Like, hey, are you watering it every day, right? Are you taking consistent action every day? And, we have to think about that with whatever we're trying to accomplish in life, right? For me, in learning, a bunch of internet marketing tactics this last weekend in Atlanta, I learned a ton, right? A ton of tactics of, how to build your social media following, right? How to just build your brand, learning about emails and, your message to the world and capture pages and, this wealth of knowledge. And you can't just go and attack everything and, have your hands in this and your hands in that, and because you're not going to get anything done, right? So you have to pick something, and then you have to be patient and engage in consistent action. So being patient simply means, don't think that it's automatically gonna produce the results that you're seeing, other successful marketers or gurus have now, right? That didn't happen overnight. So just be patient, relax, take consistent action. Enjoy the process of the process, I guess, right? Enjoy the process of doing daily tactics every single day, following the steps every single day, and get obsessed with being consistent and following, what you've learned and the daily steps and the daily tactics that you have to do every day. Focus on that. Get obsessed with that. At the end of the day, stop worrying about results and focus on the process. And this can go with a lot of stuff, right? If you're trying to lose weight, right? Don't be getting on the scale every day looking for the results. Focus on the process. Focus on what you have to consistently do every day and fall in love with that. Get obsessed with that. And then be patient. Be so patient that you don't check the scale, right? You're not worried about what the scale says. You're patient for, the weight that you're striving for, right? The weight that you want to be at. Be patient for that. Get obsessed with the action that you must take, right? And I think that's very important. I mean, as human beings, as you know, we're all about speed. We're all about the now. And that's why people set New Year's resolutions. People set goals and stuff because, they're going for a result, which is great. But when they don't see the result, they get impatient. And then all of a sudden, they stop taking consistent action. So, it really kind of a no-brainer, but sometimes maybe you just have to hear it from someone else. Maybe you have to re-engage that and remember, like, oh yeah, if I really think back to things that I have and I've accomplished in life, man, it didn't happen overnight. Whether you are really trying to teach your child a lesson, right? A lesson on whatever you're trying to teach them, they're not going to just get it right away. They're not going to just do it the first time you tell them, or maybe even a second time, or maybe even the 100th time, right? But you have to be consistent in what you're telling them. You have to be consistent in the message that you're delivering them. You have to be consistent in your action, consistent in your discipline, consistent, in, the punishment every time that they make that mistake, right? And then trust the process. Be patient. Be consistent and be patient. And then, more likely than not, hopefully your child will become what you are trying to get them to become, or get the lesson, but be patient in it, right? Even let's equate it to your job or the position that you might be at your current job. It's probably taking some consistent action of you going to work every day, learning every day, finishing and growing projects every day, right? Following someone every day and learning from them. Then you're patient, not worrying about the outcome, not worried about the next level that you're trying to get to. And the next thing you know, you're so obsessed and focusing on being better every single day. You wake up and it's like, oh, wow, look where I'm at now, right? So very important for us just to keep in mind. And, for those of you who are feeling me, for those of you this message might have hit you, and you might be sitting back and it's like, oh man, what am I really doing with my life, right? What do I want to be consistent at, right? And willing to be patient with in order to get a certain outcome, and you need to associate with people of like mind. You need to associate with people who are thinking like you and are engaging in consistent action and being patient toward their dreams and expectations of the future. And if you want to be a part of, what I'm talking about, be a part of a group who is doing the same thing, always contact me. The invitation's always open, okay? I want to help people who want to help themselves. I'm looking for people who want more than what they're currently getting out of life, and they're willing to take immediate action toward a better path. And people who are ready to just make changes now, right? They're sick of what they're getting. They need a bigger vision of themselves. They want to live their ideal one life because they're sick of putting their destiny in someone else's hands. I'm always here for those type of people. Don't contact me if you're not ready for that. Don't contact me if you're kind of, I'm thinking. No, boom, You know what you want out of life, and you're just needing a little help to get it. Those are the people that I'm talking to, right? Others, you just might not be ready yet, and that's perfectly fine. I wasn't always ready. But when you are ready and you're wanting more, you always have an open invitation to contact me, right? We only live once. So live your ideal one life, okay? So that's my message for today. I hope it can give you a little energy. It can inspire you. And this is Victor Simmons on this Friday, January 27th, 2017. Until next time, take care. Be well.